Welcome to this video about the Pulse Carbine update. First, we're going to briefly cover just exactly how 343 have tuned this weapon. Firstly, they've increased guided angular velocity at rest from 25 to 35 degrees per second. A good way of envisaging this change is imagine the middle of your reticle is 0 degrees and an increasing circle going out from the middle of that. Well, 343 have changed the at rest spread of the bullets as they come out the end of the barrel of the Pulse Carbine. They used to be able to travel maximum 25 degrees from that central point of your reticle straight from the barrel. Now they can go 35, which means they can now handle more severe up-close engagements and change direction more quickly straight away the moment you press the trigger. Secondly, they've decreased angular velocity from 50 to 30 degrees per second. This is a nerf to the gun. This means the Pulse Carbine bolts don't track as quickly and curve as much over time, meaning it's better up close and it's worse long range than it used to be. They've increased target leading fraction from 0.35 to 1, which means we had to lead our shots a little bit more with this gun. But they've also increased guided projectile error radius from 0.2 to 0.22, so this means it's a little bit more forgiving at the same time. The gun's definitely feeling more powerful, and up close it's feeling a lot more useful. I'm also feeling more confident to burst melee with it up close. Not even all of the bolts out of one burst are required to hit before you can shot melee an opponent. It takes 2 bursts to break an enemy shield. And as leading your shots is important with this gun, you definitely will want to try and mirror your opponent's strafe, rather than try and oppose their strafe. The Pulse Carbine certainly does track more effectively now, although the latter bolts in the burst do still tend to miss, as they are the last bullets out of the gun, and so there's often a discrepancy between where you initially pointed your reticle and where your opponent has moved to, meaning it's harder for those last couple of bolts to track. In case you didn't know, the Pulse Carbine has a 5-bolt burst. So what's my conclusion with this updated Pulse Carbine? Well, you're not going to want to walk past it when it's on a weapon rack anymore. It's never been a gun for cleanups, and it's still not great at that, although it is marginally better than before at short and medium range. But you still want to be cleaning up with an automatic or, even better, precision weapon, as the slow fire rate of the Pulse Carbine does still leave you wanting up close against unshielded opponents. But the gun is better than ever at stripping Spartan shields, and couples better than ever before with jiggle peeking. Make sure a couple of bolts from the burst or a few bolts from the burst have gone into your opposition, peek back out and clean them up with a nice tidy headshot. So it's a great weapon to use with a BR, a sidekick, or the updated buffed commando. The gun is also really strong against overshielded opponents now. It takes only 3 bursts from a Pulse Carbine to melt the overshield on a Spartan. And so with the accuracy short and medium range even better than before, it's even more viable. It's a great weapon to pick up as a counter to an overshield, or even if you know an overshield is coming up, at least you're the team with the Pulse Carbine. However, it's obviously not as strong as the green gun with its buffed new charged shot. If you want to see all the information showcased about the updated green gun, click the video in the top right now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please do like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.